Hello, hello, hello. Testing out something here, see how it goes. If you can hear me and see me, let me know. Go ahead and comment that you are here. Super excited about this. I wanted to do this for a while. We're going to just basically do some deep co-working. We're going to start off with kind of explaining what it is that we're going to be working on, and then just doing it. And then at the end, after 45 minutes, we're just going to talk about it just a little bit. And depending on how well this goes, it might be more of them. We'll see what happens. But for now, just let me know in the comments if you can see and hear me. My office, the power is actually out at my main office, so I'm at the other location. Excuse me. Wow, that was gross. I'm at the other location, and it's not the same vibe, but it's a nice change of pace. Yeah, we will get started here in a couple of minutes. It's like again, let me know if you can see and hear me. Comment down below. This will be our first one of these. Let's see how it goes. If you guys like it, we can do more. If not, I will just do deep work on my own, but I like company. I think deep work is so important. It's just absolutely the best way to, get things done. Small distractions end up really, kicking you off of your groove and making it really hard to get things done. So what I like to do is work in chunks, and we're going to do that together. I think the positive peer pressure will help a lot, and especially for my entrepreneur friends. Hey, Elizabeth. Hey, Matt Hawk. Sorry if I messed your name up. Um, Especially for my entrepreneur friends, we always say, working for yourself doesn't mean you have to work by yourself. So I think this will be fun. We can kind of work together, even if you're not an entrepreneur. If you follow me and you do other stuff, I did share this on my Facebook. So I think a lot of people, some people here might be just Facebook friends. We'll see how it goes. And if you guys like it, we'll do more. If not, no worries. But I'm excited. Let me know in the comments also what it is you're going to be working on during our session, and anything else you want to talk about there. In the meantime, I'm going to get a couple of things fired up. I'm going to be working on my weekly newsletter. I spend a couple of hours a week getting that together. What up, Chris? I spend a couple of hours a week getting that together. This week is super busy for me. We've got a new program, or not new program. We're launching our wholesale challenge at the end of the week. Starts on Monday, so I've got to get all my promo stuff together for that. And then I've got just my regular stuff. And baseball's wrapping up. What's up, Tom? Baseball's wrapping up. Tom and I have like 18 projects we're working on together. A little baseball site that we're working on together, which is super fun. It's in the early development stages, but that's been super fun. And then Chris here, my business partner and BFF, uh, is basically any business, almost every business that I do, he is with me on. Our motto right now is holding hands, heads down, get the work done. So we've got he and I have got a busy week this week. Can I make a confession to everybody? I I am addicted to Zen pouches. I'm just a huge believer. I don't think, and I don't want anyone to get started because it's stupid. It's a waste of money. But I used when I played baseball and everything, I was big into like dip, which is awful. Um, so obviously, like, had to stop doing that. Like, I paid a fortune to get my teeth fixed and everything. So I'm not trying to lose those already. And we're going to start the deep work at 12:10, guys. So this is going to be mildly just kind of shooting it here for a minute. But I just haven't seen enough studies that show that nicotine is actually the problem. I think it's the stuff that it's obviously like cigarettes, obviously terrible, so stupid, never do it. But nicotine, it's just kind of the vehicle that makes all that bad stuff something that you want to do. But there's just a lot of stuff. I know this is super controversial. I don't want to make anyone start it, but like, there's just not any data out there telling me not to use it, and it really helps me focus. Uh, probably have undiagnosed ADHD. I think I'm just like fueled by my absolute obsession with the stuff that I do, and it just kind of combats my ADHD. Hey, Blue Unicorn Boutique, Elizabeth, what's up? I woke up with 6 of one item sold, 4 at $14 and 2 at $16, with the next lowest seller at $17.49. I'm having a discussion this morning with Aura. Awesome. Yeah, guys, definitely work on the top priority things. So one thing I always tell people is we want to avoid and just crush what I call, I didn't invent it, but the ostrich effect, right? I think everybody has that one thing that they that they that they do that they need to do to get done, but they put it off. Like, so for me right now, it is finishing up my reimbursement chart for my taxes. It is something that I dread. I hate it. It makes me nervous. I always have a huge tax bill. I'm always trying to like get it down as much as possible, but I just don't like it. I don't think anyone in here likes doing taxes. Tom Mays might like doing taxes. He's a big finance guy, but I doubt even he likes doing them. But that's what I'm putting. So I would ask yourself, what's the one thing that I'm putting off that I need to do, and then you don't have to do it right now. I know a lot of people already have in their minds what they're going to do. Let me know in the comments what you guys are going to be working on during the session. Again, we'll start the session at 12:10. Right now, we're just going to kind of shoot it here a little bit, and we'll go from there. But I'm obsessed with deep work. I think it's the most effective way to get anything done, especially if you're, like me, and you do a bunch of things and you're kind of called towards the current motivation, at the moment, where I have so many things that like really excite me. Like my baseball blog I'm working on right now excites me and it calls to me, but I have to also get this stuff done that has to get done, right? So that one's not making money yet. So I do have to focus on the things that pay my bills and feed my children first. And kind of deep work helps me make sure that I keep that stuff prioritized, triaging the things of the most importance. Like, again, like I said, right now we've got a wholesale challenge launching, and I've just got so much stuff I got to do with that. But for this, I'm going to work on, for my deep work here, I'm going to work on my weekly 5. I think a lot of you are on that newsletter. I did send an email out to everybody. DIY woodworking is reviewing Keepa processes. Nice. I mean, deep work is great for, just self-education too. I think it's hard people buy so many courses and stuff, and they just don't make the time to actually take them, which is part of the reason why we've really kind of transitioned into challenge type things. And we also sell our replays for stuff, but we love the challenge aspect because it really makes people show up and do the work. And we find the success rates are at least 3x higher. It's just because, people have stuff come up, and if you don't make time for it, it just doesn't happen. So that is part of the reason we did that. Everybody, we've got 5 minutes to go before we get started. I'm pumped for this. There's other like public tools that do this sort of thing, like I haven't heard anyone call it deep co-working, but it's basically what it is. Just co-working together, focus work. There's Chris Green sent me a group, and I signed up for it immediately, called groove.ooo, which I didn't know was a TLD, .ooo. But it's basically what we're doing here, but it's like an app, and it's really well done. But I prefer to work with like my friends, and I know a lot of you, some people have been on my email. Like, I'm just super close with a lot of people that have followed me. They message me a lot, like Barbara, Tom. I know, Chris Green's here. I bet I know some of you too that are on other names that I don't recognize. I quit nicotine back in February after almost 20 years. I had bad brain fog and had to get back to normal. Yeah, no, nicotine and caffeine are my vices. They're the worst types of vices for me because they actually do help me get stuff done. I would love to be completely. I tell people all the time that I'm terrified of like a scenario where like we don't have access to caffeine, nicotine, and my medications, because you do not want me on your team. in an apocalyptic scenario. I will be a mess for like the first month as I withdraw from nicotine and caffeine. Well, first thing I'll do is I will go and go to Walmart and take every 5 hour energy. My first 24 hours will be spent hoarding all of the caffeine and nicotine in the city. Uh, but I'll be a mess at a certain point. Tom takes a nootropic. I tried those. So I've been pretty open in my past with my bipolar disorder. It's one of those things where it's like just have it. I see it as the brain's an organ, just like the heart. If you had a heart issue, you would take your heart medicine and you wouldn't be embarrassed of it. That's how I feel with my bipolar disorder. So nootropics, things like nootropics, marijuana, stuff like that, make me so weird. So which is great because I don't have to worry about I just can't. There's certain things I can't do. I haven't been able to. I can't touch marijuana. I can't touch CBD. Just makes me a total weirdo. So it's kind of a good thing. Uh, I've always wanted to be able to do nootropics, but they kind of have the opposite effect. First thing I do in the AM is a five. Dude, I'm so embarrassed by how many 5 hour energies I've taken over the past 15 years. It is absolutely insane. And one thing I actually posted a video about Andrew Huberman had a video where he talked about that 45-minute window where like the cortisol levels spike after you wake up after 45 minutes. And I was doing that, but I found that it was giving me like too much energy. And so I went back to just take my 5 hour energy. I wake up, take it, and like they used to make decaf ones, and I would love for them to make that again so I could maybe like lower it, but I can't do the extra strength anymore. I used to do the extra strength and I get really bad restless legs. And I don't know why, because there's not even very much more caffeine in the extra strength, like barely more. It's like 35 milligrams more. And I just, I, in my, and people, if you have restless legs, it is an absolute nightmare. It sounds so stupid, but it is such a nightmare. It ruins your sleep. But mine aren't just like that thing where you're like, you just want to kind of wiggle them a little bit. Mine are literally, I will punt my foot up. Like I could kick a 50-yard field goal probably. It's an electrical thing that I can't help. It's super weird. But it happens when I take the extra strength. The Diet Coke doesn't do it for me. All right, guys, we got 1 minute. We're going to get down to business. We will keep the chat closed because that is a distraction, but we will talk again at 45 minutes, 12:55, and we'll just kind of recap, see what we got done, what we didn't get done. I'm going to, I don't want to have my face on here the whole time because it'll be weird. And when I focus real hard, I start to like mess with my eyes and twitch and stuff. So I don't want to do that. Uh, so I will be turning my screen or my screen share off. All right, but it is 12:10. Let's get down to business. I'll see you guys in 45 minutes. All right, guys. How'd you do? I actually got my weekly five done. I had some articles already ready and got knocked out. So it is scheduled and ready to go. Got that off my to-do list. Actually got it done earlier than I planned. I kind of jumped into another task. Should have probably stopped after I got it done. But, and yeah, the time's up now. We started at 12:10, so it was 12:55 was the end time. Yeah, it is. It is surprisingly harder than it seems, especially when you get the thing done. But it feels great. We're gonna we're gonna next time we do it, we'll make sure that we have like an actual background here that kind of explains what's going on, and as people kind of popped in and out, and if you missed when we started, you're probably like, "What the heck's going on?" There's nothing in here. So it'll be work in progress, but yeah, let me know if you guys like that. We will do more of them. I enjoyed it. I do them anyway, so I might as well uh, have some people with me. I've considered doing a private thing where we actually, I work with a certain number of people specifically on their productivity, and we work through goals. I've got something in the works that I've had. I've just been waiting for the right time to bring that out. You describe how you choose your weekly file. Also, the weekly five is actually my the name of my newsletter, as opposed to any sort of like productivity system. Um, so it's just five articles that five articles or just pieces of content that people would enjoy that are on my email list, as opposed to like the five things that I do. I do try to have my one big thing every day, um, and then try to knock that out, and then I've got my other fun things, other things that I work on every day. But I do suffer from the curse of getting very excited about a lot of things and pursuing them all at once. So I kind of have to get pretty disciplined, and this is kind of part of that process. So if you're like me, and I know a lot of you are like me because you're here, um, I'll do these again. We'll see what we do. We might end up making it so it's more private. We'll do some public ones, get everybody a little feel, see if they have something that they like, what they would like to do different. And again, like I said, I'll come up with some sort of like actual background that kind of explains the time frame and when we're ending, because I think a lot of people kind of came in and out. We're like, what's going on? I have no idea. Just that background screen. I'll see if I can figure out how to get a countdown timer. Also, that would be nice. But just wanted to test this method out, see how it works. I didn't invent this. A lot of people have been doing it. It's pretty cool. There's some apps and stuff. I might actually host the next one inside of one of those apps. But for now, we'll go with this free method and see how it works. Hopefully, everybody got a lot done. Let me know what you did and if you got it done. 45 minutes, there's no rule that says it has to be 45 minutes. I know some people maybe have a little less focus and your tasks are a little bit shorter. Maybe you don't need 45, maybe you're a 30-minute person. But I do think it's good to kind of work in set bursts where you just kind of avoid all distractions, turn off the phone, stuff like that. I will confess, I forgot to turn off my phone, and I did get a phone call, and it seemed important, so I answered it. About 30-second call, but I did. I'm not I'm not perfect at this, so we will continue to get better together. So don't feel bad if you didn't do it perfectly or if it was super hard. It's supposed to be, but it feels good when you actually knock it out. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. As long as you have like a list of like these are the things I'm going to be doing. It's hard to. My problem is if I say that like for me, deep work is like really focusing on like either a set list of things or one specific thing, so that I'm not the weekly five was kind of hard because I have to do it. I actually have to navigate like onto YouTube and onto Pinterest and into my email inbox because I go back and I find stuff that other people shared over the years. And so it is one of those distracting things by its nature, but so just it's part of what I do. So I had to do it. So resisting those temptations to get distracted was definitely difficult. But yeah, my brother's here too. You guys are my brother Matthew. He works for me. Uh, he's the one that does the notes for our OA challenge, and he's the one that's working on our other project, the Keepa SOPs, which are going to be super cool. Actually, since we're here, let me show you guys what that looks like on the inside. I'll just present my screen. Just kind of show you what I'm working on. I know some of you, even if you're not an Amazon seller, I just want to kind of show you what I'm working on here. So this is basically the inside of it. What we're doing is we're using a tool called Scribe, and we're creating these tutorials that show how to do all of our processes related to this specific tool called Keepa. Like I said, I know a lot of you aren't Amazon sellers, but this is just a little offer that we're creating. I really like it. I always buy SOPs when someone sells them. I actually like them even better than courses a lot of the time. So that's what this is. Basically just a bunch of SOPs that people can use, and there's a lot of them. And we're using that tool, like I said, called Scribe. And this course is made with something called Thrive Apprentice. It's just a WordPress plugin that adds these like course areas that you can sell, and then we sell it through ThriveCart. Sorry, I didn't mean to show anybody that. Let me remove that. But yeah, that's kind of one of the things I'm working on. Wholesale challenge, launching that right now. That's a big area of focus. Baseball is just wrapping up. My oldest son's baseball just ended, and anyone who does travel baseball, oh man, it is. I love it, but I hate it at the same time. It is such a grind getting them to and from these tournaments, and then you get there and it's like, we might be playing at 6:30, and we might be playing at 8:30. We might be playing tomorrow at 8 a.m. My wife is not in love with that, and I do not blame her. It's easier when you're obsessed with baseball. I'm like, I'll play at 4 a.m. Let's do it. Let's play 4 games. But when you're not, it's definitely draining. And then my younger son, I coach his team, and they won their first playoff game last night. So we play again tomorrow. And if we lose, it's over, and then it's on to kind of a boring end of summer. Fall ball will be after that. But hopefully get a lot more done. I can't tell you how much energy I spend on baseball stuff. Like just talking to the other dads and taking, I'll leave work early all the time to go take Sawyer or Brooks to the batting cage or to lessons or just go to the field and play. But it's what I love to do. So it's something I gladly leave work for. But I'm not going to have that for like a month. So I don't know what I'm going to do. Probably work. All right, guys. Well, we will do it again. Let me know. Also subscribe if you haven't already subscribed to my channel. I haven't been posting here very much. Like I said, just been so busy, and with the way things have changed with AI and SEO, and I've just really been kind of putting my head down on a few projects and creating free content has unfortunately kind of been difficult. Anyone who creates videos knows it's basically a full-time job if you want to do it right. And I just don't like making like half-ass content. Do need to make more videos though. That will hopefully be coming again soon. But in the meantime, subscribe in case we do any more of these live deep co-working sessions. I'm gonna go get some lunch, hopefully get a quick workout in, and then get a little bit more work done. But all right, guys, thank you so much for joining. That was fun. I had fun. Hopefully you had fun. Let me see this real quick. What do you use to break up your longer videos into bite-sized ones? So there's a couple of good tools. There's one called Opus Clip that a lot of people use. I just started using one called TooShort.ai. That's nice too. There's a bunch of them. You just want one that lets you edit them a little bit. So TooShort.ai, like you paste a YouTube video and then it actually will break it up into shorts. I don't. If you follow me on social media, I don't really do it a ton. and a lot of videos aren't really made for it. Like a lot of my stuff is like tutorials that, boring stuff, but helpful, but boring and not like full of one-liners that would fit well in a powers back at our office. So that's good. Um, but yeah, no, it's Too Short.ai and Opus Clips, not Opus.ai. That's a different thing. So many AI tools, and a lot of the names are starting to overlap with one another. It's getting a little crazy. Um, but yeah, again, let me know, guys, if you like this, and we might do it again. I'll be doing it again, so I might as well have folks with me. Also, if you're interested in doing some, possibly, I haven't confirmed it yet, possibly doing some smaller group stuff where it's not free, but it'll be a smaller group focused completely just on your entrepreneurial productivity. Let me know if you'd be into that. That is in the woodworks, but it's kind of on the burner for 2025. But I would love to start getting a little bit of interest on that and start to kind of see how many people would be interested so we can make it as good as possible before we launch it. I say we, like I have a mouse in my pocket, but I'm talking mostly about me and Chris Grant. All right, guys. I will see you hopefully soon.